If you were to grab a random Mahjong player on the streets and ask them, where did they learn Mahjong from? Most of them would say they learned it from their parents, their grandparents, or even their siblings. Not me. Not me at all. I was the person that taught my parents how to play Mahjong. I was the person that bought all these. And I have a problem with my gambling. I mean, what? I don't have a problem with gambling. I am perfectly fine. Anyways, thank you so much for the 200 subscribers. And today we'll be going through how to play Mahjong in lieu of Chinese New Year. Come on guys, it's Chinese New Year. And what's more Chinese than gambling? Okay, so just to give you a bit of context, my family don't play Mahjong at all until I decided to buy these things and beg them to play. Yes, because after my grandfather passed away, I think there was no active Mahjong players, and then my great-grandmother had dementia and whatnot. But that's why today we're going to go through this. I know I promised this last year, but this year, new year, new me, and therefore I will keep to my promises and make the 3-part video. This is part 1, so like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. So, first things first, what is Mahjong? Well, Mahjong is a very simple game. Actually, it's just you forming the sets and runs, and then winning money. Not too bad. Even my brother knows how to play it, and he's 11. I may be a bad influence, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay. So, the first things first. You need a couple of things. The first one is 3 other people to play with you. On my screen now, you can see my desperate begging attempts to ask my friends to play Mahjong. Yes, this is my this is the hardest part. If you don't have friends, go online. Online is better. Second one is a set. Table. Let's talk about the table first. This bad boy cost me $150, and I got it right after my internship. I think between videos you can see the Mahjong table existing and not existing. Like, it's during that time frame where you can see it suddenly appear. Yes, it costs. Yep. Get yourself a good one. This is not bad. It has lasted for about a year, and there's like these coin pouches and ashtrays. I don't smoke, so that's useless. Next one, a Mahjong set. A Mahjong set should have. You can't really see the characters. Mahjong tiles. Mahjong tiles. I'll just show it to you guys. The next part I'll be talking about it. These are the prerequisites to have it, and each Mahjong tile should have 4 copies of that one. So for example, this tile needs to have 4. I'll explain more about what are the tiles and what are they specifically. You also need dices, but you don't really. Okay, you need dices to roll, but like you could just go Google and do that. You need a win indicator. Well, these things are mostly miscellaneous items that help the game. So win indicator, and this one as dealer indicator. Not too sure if you can see under the white light. Just try to do this. Yep. This is the dealer indicator to show who's the dealer. Dices, and that's about it. Now, what if you cannot afford the table? The table, right? There are Mahjong paper. So whenever I go to my grandma's place, bring this set, then bring the Mahjong paper and what's the word? And try to attach it onto the table, any table. The reason why you don't want a Mahjong tile to hit on a regular table is because of the noise. As you can hear, it's fucking loud. And the Mahjong table helps us to cushion the fall, so it doesn't sound too hard. Yep. That should be about it for this first part. I'll go through the rules in the next part by using photos, because from this angle, you guys cannot see the characters. Now that you got your 3 friends, a Mahjong set, and a Mahjong table, it's time to play Mahjong. Now, what is the objective for Mahjong? In Mahjong, right, you have these things called tiles, which is where the Mahjong set is. And these tiles are what basically like cards, poker cards. They each have their own suit and their own number. And from this tile, you're going to have 13 of them at any one point. Once with these 13 tiles, you'll be waiting for an extra tile to complete your entire hand to become a winning hand. So what do I mean when I say a winning hand? all you're looking for is to complete 4 sets of 3 and a pair. These 4 sets of 3 can be split into runs, which is 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and whatnot, and sets, which is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3 of a kind basically. So let's go through all the tiles first. The first ones are the regular ones. We have 3 types. We have the character, the balls, and the bamboo. We call these 万字, 筒字, 寿字. And then from here, you can see that you can have a group, a 3 of a kind in your hand, or a run, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Moving on, we have the honor and wind tiles. Starting from here, this is 东南西北, or east, south, west, north. And this is the white dragon, the green dragon, and the red dragon, although in Chinese we call them differently. All of them can only become sets instead of runs. Moving on, you have bonus tiles. These bonus tiles are, I think, exclusive to Singapore and Malaysia Mahjong. I'm not too sure. But basically, all you have to do is, there's 2 types, animals and flowers. And what you do is you show them at any point at the time where you draw into them. So once you show them, you replace the tile with the back of the entire rows. Last but not least is jokers. Jokers are there to, well, replace any of your, can become any of your, it's a wild card basically, yes. So it replaces any of the tiles into the tiles itself. Now, time to talk about the win condition. As I said before, you can have 4 sets of 3 and 1 pair. For example, we are having 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, we have a pair, and now we're waiting for the 7, 8, we're waiting for the 6 and 9 ball. Here, we have 1 set of triplets, 1 run, 2 runs, 1 triplet, and we're waiting for the pair. Actually, there's another tile that is missing from here that can actually win you the game. Comment down below if you know it, but that is the objective of the game, where you're just drawing tiles and discarding them until you get this completed perfect hand. Let's give you some real life footage of how to set up the game. Now let me show you how to actually play the game. Alright, so that was the previous part about how you start it. First things first, there's different customaries, different ways of determining it. But in my household, we like to do this. I'll just try to get this. We like to have people pick wins. So, let me just try this. Here. This is so hard. These are wins. Yes, if you can see it. So east, west, north, and south. Yep, you can see this. And usually for this first part is we flip them down, we shuffle it, and we ask people to pick. Once picked, right, you can have your own seat selection. So in my household, we usually have whoever is leader or Dong East, they get to pick where they want to sit. Everyone has a seat according to them. The next part, the other variations that I know is roll dice, throw cards, whatever determines who gets first, second, or third, or whatnot. Okay, after that, that's where you get the tiles. Let's say I am now east. I'm going to be here, and I have a delay indicator pointing towards me. Just to show it. This one is quite faded out. But basically there's an arrow here, and so you can show it to me. So I'll throw all the tiles and I'll shuffle it. Okay. In what direction does the wind go? We have a customary saying, we call it 东南西北. So right after east, it must be south. Right after south must be west. And right after west is north. So 东南西北. As you can tell, it's anti-clockwise. Alright, what makes wind so important here? When we talk about the money, then that's why it's more important. But for now, we will just throw out all the tiles here. Usually there will be more people, but sadly there's only four. I think offing the lights will be easier to see it. Yeah, I think it will be easier. As you can tell, there's a wind indicator, just push it to the side. And then we'll just toss this to the side. And now, because I'm all alone, I will be constructing the walls. This is the second part. So first part, shuffle the tiles. This is where it gets noisy. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The next part will be constructing the walls. So if you are dealer, you should have 19 tiles of 2 in front of you, and the opposite guy as well. So I'm east, west should have 19, everyone else should have 18. So just to construct the wall, you want to tilt the wall to the side, pointing to the corners. I'm not very good at this. The corners like this. See how this one is pointing towards here? Yes. You need to construct it like that. So just construct it. Yeah, this will take a while because of all of them. Usually we have 4 people. And if you are nice enough, you can sponsor my Ko-Fi so that I can buy an electronic one. Where you just press a tab, press a button, and you construct the wall for you. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 15, 19. Give me a second. I have to do the same for this. Yeah, I'll speed up this part. It's not that interesting. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. This one. This is also very important to note, but you want to tilt it as much as possible and push it in so you have space for your tiles later on. So give me a second. I swear it's faster because usually there's 4 people. Unless you're a selector, of course, then yeah, I'll start to do. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, whatever. It's not the best looking one. Shit! Okay, now that we're back. Dealer will now throw either 2 or 3 dices. 2 dices. So, let's explain the 3 dice one. I will just throw 3. Here it tells me is 10. I got 10. So it goes, I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what does 10 do? The guy has to cut out 10 tiles. So he has to do from the right. So I'll just put it here because I don't want to move so much. 10 tiles to the right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this tile will not be touched. Now, starting from the dealer, take 2. The next player, the south player, will take this and will take it like this, anti-clockwise. So you're drawing clockwise, but you're dealing it anti-clockwise, if that makes sense. This is a very good rule of thumb to check when you are what? When you are seeing whether you're doing it correctly or not. So I'm not too sure if you can see this. There's 8 tiles here already. Here, 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 here. Starting from the last part, each person is going to get 1. So I'm dealer, I'm going to get 1. The next person will get 1. 1, 1. And the dealer will get another 1. Because this is the first tile drawn, right? So usually we call this 跳. We will jump over the tile. So instead of doing it one by one, all we have to do is we take this tile, and then we take this tile, and we jump over. The next person will take this, this, and this. And then you're left with 1 tile here. You start. The rest of it, this one will then be called the flower tile, where the last 15 tiles of the deck is not being played at all, unless you have something special. So, what do I mean by this? We're just going to open up the tiles. Shock lah. This type of hand also can play. And now, we're going to be showing you the bonus tiles. Remember the bonus tiles that we mentioned before? These bonus tiles have to be shown, and you take it from the back of it. Yep, that should be about it for now. I will be going through the little bit the details, but this is the general outline. So you form your walls, you throw a dice, you exclude the number of tiles, and then you take it from there in packets of 2. Remember how I showed you this one? So you're supposed to packets of 2, and then you just deliver it to everyone anti-clockwise, while you guys are moving towards clockwise direction. Alright, that should be about it for now. I'll see you guys when we talk about the actual first hand itself. Now, after the first hand onwards, let's see what will happen. So let's say and I'm the dealer and I draw onto here. First things first, I notice there's a flower in my hand, so I show it and draw the bottom tile. How do you know when is the tiles end? It's when the tiles are stacked on top of the end. So as you can see here, we can draw it here. Once drawing, because I have 14 tiles, I discard 1 tile. At any point in time, unless you're winning, you should have 13 tiles. If you have more, you have less, there will be penalties involved. Now, let's say I'm not the dealer, what do? I see the person just discarded this. I will take from the end that isn't stacked, draw it, and now I drew the 1 bamboo. This is the 1 bamboo, this is not a bonus set, this is not a win, this is 1 bamboo. And here, because I want to complete my sets, I have 1 bamboo, 2 bamboo, I need my 3 bamboo, which I hopefully will draw later on, and discard my green dragon because that's useless. So now making my total will be 13. And once I discard it into the center, it's now the next player's turn. The next player will be this guy. And let's say I return it back to my turn and I drew the tree character here. What do I do now? I can just discard it immediately because let's say I don't want to. So there's no hard and fast rule that says once you draw it, you must keep it in your hand. Nope, you can just discard it immediately. So I discard the tree character into the pool and that's about it. Now, if Mahjong was just all about you taking tiles on yourself and constructing your best hand and discarding it, there wouldn't be need for another 3 more players. No, the win condition of Mahjong is to actually take someone's tile or draw it yourself. This is we're going to be talking about how do you complete your sets and your runs by taking other people's discards. Let's say for this example, I'm in this spot and I see that my person before me has decided to throw the 2 bamboo. Because I have a 3 and 4 bamboo, I can use that to complete my set. So what I would do is I would pause the game, take his discard like this, and then throw out my other one because I now have 14 tiles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I throw it out. Note, you can only take it from the person before you. You cannot take it from the other 2 players. It is the lowest priority, it is the easiest to complete, and it's called 吃. So usually what people will do is once someone throw 吃, they immediately show them out. You need to show the 3 and 4 while these guys are still covered. Next one, completing a triplet. This one is similar. Let's say you have a pair and someone after you throws the 2 character here. I will just take the 2 character, say pong, and then throw it. This has more priority over 吃. Let's say both of you guys are wanting the same tile. Pong takes priority over 吃. Then you throw out the 8 ball out. Next one. Let's say I have 4 of a kind. Or let's say I have this. Let's say I draw an extra 2 character here. Or I have a 4 of a kind. What will I do? I will, because 4 of a kinds are not really sets, right? What you can do is you can declare 杠. You show it out like this. Then you take 1 from the bonus tile, and then you throw it out. This way, you get to complete 1 set while taking money from everyone else. Similarly, this is what we call 暗杠 or hidden quartz. If let's say you have 3 of a kind here, and you want to create an extra 4 of a kind, you can say 杠 and take it from other players as well. Similarly, here, let's say you pong already, and you have a set already, you draw the 2 character, you immediately can 杠 it as well. And then you take money from everyone else. Now, last but not least will be the win condition. You can take it from anyone, it is the highest priority, and it is dependent on the set, on the difficulty itself. This is called Hu instead of calling it Mahjong. I will crash out on you guys if you guys come to my house, play it, and then say Mahjong. There's also another one, which is if you self-drawn it. We call it 自摸, or you touch it yourself. In Japanese, I think it's called sumo. So there's ron and sumo, but those are just little variations based on the same thing. So let's say you draw the 2 character or the 4 of it based on your hand itself. Now, let's talk about the end of the game. There's 2 ways to end a round. The first one is someone winning the round, or the last 16 tile has been drawn. This number can change based on house rules. Some people say it's the dice roll at the start, some people say it's 10, other people I'm not too sure. But based on region and the number will change. For my household, it's 15. Now, let's say here, we have come to an end game where there's 15 tiles left and I draw the 8 character. I threw the south wind because I know it was safe and the game stops from here. Now, what happens now? If the game, nobody has won that round, did anyone transfer money at any time? If it is a yes, you move the dealership to the next player, else is the dealer waiting for a win. This means he has a 13 tiles and now he's waiting for one last tile to win. If yes, he gets to retain the dealership. If no, you get to move on to the next one. If someone else has won, did the dealer win? If yes, repeat the dealership, else move to the next dealer. This is what we call 屌增 or repeat dealer. And then the game of Mahjong officially ends after 16 rounds. Unofficially, you can change it based on time, setting, dealership, retained, and whatnot. And each win will have each player be dealer once. So you have 4 wins: East Wind, South Wind, North Wind, and West Wind. And you can take from up to 2 hours to 6 hours if the person just gets lucky all the time. Now, penalties. This is the last part. Let's say you accidentally see you're waiting for the 6 bamboo and the 9 bamboo here, and you draw the 5 bamboo yourself, and you show who, but it's actually not that. What you're supposed to do is, this is what we call 炸胡 or 炸胡 or 乱胡, where this is the wrong hu. So now you have to pay everyone based on how much money people are supposed to pay you, or if it's a worthless win, more on that later, pay everyone on the same amount. The other 3 are all related to the hand size. 乱象 means that you draw from the flower tile instead of drawing from the actual one. 大象, when you have too many tiles, you have 14 tiles instead of 13. So let's say in your standard hand, you have not won yet and you have 14 tiles. That is a lose. I mean, that means you cannot win. Or 杠, or 小象, you drew 2 little tiles. You now only have 12 tiles instead of 13. So now you cannot win at all. These are the 4 penalties that is involved. So you're not allowed to win, not allowed to win, not allowed to win. 大象 only is not allowed to 杠, because it gives you an advantage to 杠, because you have 1 extra tile. And that should be about it. That should be the crash course on how to play Mahjong. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Next week, I'll be going through the point system itself. This is the most confusing part of all Mahjong, because each household in Singapore has their own house rules. I'll be introducing my own house rules based on the guide that I found online, and I'll be sharing more about how do you earn money or lose money in Mahjong itself. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and I hope to see you guys next week.